It's late May, and across thousands of college campuses, millions of students are staring at their screens, fueled by caffeine and panic. This is finals week, the most high-stakes 72 hours of the academic year. For the modern student, every lecture attended, every late-night study session, and every dollar of tuition ultimately funnels down to a single action: hitting submit on a digital portal before the clock strikes midnight. But imagine you have 5 minutes left to upload that final thesis. You click the button, and the portal just blinks out. No warning, no maintenance message, just a frozen wheel, and then a dead screen. Panic ripples through the dorms. One student hits a digital wall mid-exam. Another in Australia wakes up at 9:20 a.m. to find their entire university dashboard wiped clean. Back in the US, high school parents watch their phones light up with frantic automated texts telling them to stay offline. What started as a localized moment of dread in individual bedrooms quickly exposed the fragility of the digital infrastructure that now supports modern education. IT help desks across the country were flooded as administrators realized they were looking at a coordinated blackout rather than local server errors. The outage hit institutions regardless of their size or prestige. Harvard University, a symbol of academic stability, went completely dark. This map shows the full scope of the breach. The attackers targeted the Canvas platform, run by a company called Instructure, locking out up to 275 million students, faculty, and administrators worldwide. It created a total dual-sided paralysis. Students couldn't read their assignments or submit their tests, and professors were completely stranded, stripped of their digital gradebooks and their ability to contact their classes. By disabling a single shared platform, attackers froze operations for thousands of institutions simultaneously. The assault began quietly. On Tuesday, attackers breached the system's defenses, moving covertly through the platform's backend before anyone realized they were inside. On Thursday, they made their presence known. Hackers actively defaced school login pages across the country, pasting their own messages over university crests to publicly prove they had full control. They followed up with a strict ultimatum. The institutions had until Tuesday to pay a ransom, or all the stolen student data would be auctioned off to the highest bidder. This graphic shows exactly what the attackers managed to extract. They bypassed the homework scores and ripped out names, personal emails, student ID numbers, physical addresses, and private messages between students and counselors. While grades are fleeting, the combination of verified identity and private conversation provides a blueprint for long-term identity theft and extortion. So how did thousands of independent school districts and state colleges all fall victim to the exact same attack at the exact same time? 20 years ago, a university's computer network was a fortress built by its own staff. Schools employed dedicated systems teams to construct and maintain their own isolated platforms in-house. But as budgets tightened, executives were lured by sales pitches promising cheaper, unified alternatives. They outsourced their infrastructure to software as a service, or SaaS, companies. This illustrates a single point of failure. Instead of thousands of isolated targets, independent schools are funneled into one central cloud server. If attackers break into that shared platform, they don't hack 1,000 schools. The central server grants simultaneous access to every connected database. In the search for efficiency and cost savings, universities created a consolidated target for any group capable of breaching the cloud. While cybersecurity experts try to patch the breached servers, educators on the ground are in full triage mode, trying to keep the end of the academic year from collapsing. Across the country, strict midnight submission rules have been thrown out. Due to the ongoing lockdown, professors are universally granting extensions or scrapping digital finals altogether. Schools have reverted to physical media to salvage the semester. Assignments are being printed, textbooks are being reopened, and grades are being tallied with pen and paper. Districts spent billions of dollars over the last decade replacing paper with screens, only to find themselves frantically digging out the copy machines just to keep their classrooms functioning. Beyond the immediate chaos of finals week lies the permanent reality of the stolen student data. By hoarding so much detailed information in one location, this system has essentially handed dark web brokers and hostile state actors a comprehensive dossier on the current generation of youth. With a leaked name, phone number, and address, the risk of highly targeted social engineering increases. Parents will start receiving convincing texts from numbers claiming to be their college student needing emergency cash for textbooks. This raises questions of accountability for the school boards who legally require students to entrust their data to these centralized third-party platforms. Eventually, the ransom window will close, the servers will reboot, and the semester's grades will be finalized. But the digital privacy of millions of students